Okay, let's talk about selecting the best domain for your business. Domain names impact your brand and they have a massive impact on website traffic because they influence click-through rates in search results and social media. So, how do you select a good domain? The first step is creating a good name for your business, and this is part of your branding. So you should watch the video about branding before working through this video. Now, your domain needs to be brandable. What I mean by brandable is when you hear or see the domain name, does it sound like a brand? That means that hyphens and numbers are a real problem because they just don't sound like a brand. They sound generic or strange. For example, if you offer accounting services and your last name is Tarantino, the domain name tarantino-accounting.com would be hard to brand, say, or remember. You could try something like tarantinoaudits.com, but that would be limiting because you seem to only offer auditing services. On the other hand, tarantinocpa.com simply tells people that you're a CPA and your name is Tarantino. It's unique, memorable, has obvious meaning, and people can guess the spelling. You also need to make your domain pronounceable. Why? Because as humans, we have a cognitive bias for things that we can easily say or remember and associate with something positive. This is also known as processing fluency. If it's difficult to pronounce a name, the name will be less memorable and it will not leave an impression on people. Or to put it another way, it's less brandable. You need to make your domain name short. Length also matters because of processing fluency. The fewer characters a domain name has, the easier it is to type, say, share, and the less it gets shortened on social media sharing platforms and search results. The simple summary is that shorter is better. There is a bias toward .com. There are some niches where this doesn't matter, but it matters for 90% of them. If the .com domain is available, you should use it or use the primary domain in your country. All of the major brands you can think of have .com domains, and there's a natural tendency to associate .com with the best brands and other domains with B and C grade brands. You need to be careful to avoid trademark infringement. Keep in mind that just because a domain is available doesn't mean that you're legally allowed to use it. If a domain sounds similar to a name that is already trademarked by someone else, you will have a problem. You can get sued and be required to pay damages to the trademark owner and spend even more money renaming and rebranding your business. Even if you go ahead, using a name that sounds like another brand can also create brand confusion that negatively impacts your own brandability. You should obviously talk to a trademark lawyer if you have any real concerns. You need to make your domain intuitive. A good domain name gives people a strong idea of what a website will be about. Being able to look at a domain name and say, okay, they probably do this, is a big win. TarantinoCPA.com is a good example. You want to use broad keywords. Keywords in a domain name can help with the cognitive fluency biases, but it can also help your SEO. Google does not favor you if you have an exact match or partial match domain, but the anchor text from other websites that link to your domain can be helpful. You should append or modify. What I mean by that is, if your domain name is not available, it's okay to use a suffix or a prefix. A useful tool that can help with this is a domain name suggestion tool like Lean Domain Search. That's it for now. See you in the next video.